Hello everybody, Ian from Hyperspace Hobbies here. Are there some units on the tabletop that are frustrating you, or ones that you're playing that are frustrating your opponent? I'm going to get into a couple today, and I want to ask the big question, why is an Exocrine 135 points? The Exocrine clocks in at 135. It has an extremely impressive stat line for 135 points. It is just under 10 points per wound. It is a toughness 10 model, 14 wounds, a movement of 8, and a very good shooting profile. The big bonus it also has is after it's done shooting, all Tyranid models reroll hits of 1 versus the target in the shooting phase. If you compare this with many other 135 to 150 and a bit lower point units, you start to realize that its toughness, its shooting, everything about it is an absolute steal. And that's why I've seen many of them on the tabletop after not seeing a whole lot of sun during the last edition. When you compare this to things like a Space Marine Dreadnought, who clocks in at far more points, less wounds, everything is just pretty much worse, and his ability to allow rerolls of 1s only to infantry units, it starts to really show off that the Exocrine is a powerhouse for its point cost. And it begs the question, what do you guys think the proper points for an Exocrine should be? Another unit that I find is destroying the meta, because I've played it a couple times, is the Hexmark Destroyer and Death Marks. Not only do both of these units have precision strikes, they also both have shooting out of phase abilities. The Hexmark Destroyer can do it a lot. With 36-inch range with a heavy precision gun at strength 5 -2, 2 damage, these toughness 5 Death Marks clock in at 130 points for 10 of them. 130 points can be the cost of a character, and if these guys are shooting at that unit, they're going to precision strike a character out fairly consistently. Also, their ability is going to scare your opponent from entering from deep strike. Whenever a unit is set up on the battlefield from reserve, if that unit is within 18 inches and is visible to the Death Marks, you get an out-of-phase shooting attack against that unit. Now, all of a sudden, for 130 points, they're shooting out of phase, which means you can get twice the amount of shots out of them in a single round. If you back them up with a Hexmark Destroyer, characters stand very little chance. The Hexmark Destroyer has a really strong shooting profile, and his special ability allows him to overwatch for free, and when he does, he hits on 2s. So he shoots in your phase. He overwatches for free, and then if your opponent tries to shoot a unit within 3 inches of him, he gets to shoot again. That's 3 separate instances where he can fire down range. This blows my mind, considering he has precision strikes and can shoot a character before they really get to be effective on the battlefield, especially with the assistance of some Death Marks. The last unit that really grinds my gears is Castillan Crow and a squad of Purifiers. Now, I know this squad is pricey, and delivering them to where they need to go can be a bit of an inconvenience, bar the fact that you can teleport wherever you want because you're a Grey Knight. Their damage output, especially versus an infantry unit, is insane. Let's check it out. Purifying Flame is where they really shine. It is an anti-infantry 2, -1, strength 4, ignore cover shooting attack that is psychic. The big buff that Castillan Crow does to this unit, he increases the attacks from that shooting attack by 1, so it doesn't shoot once, it shoots twice. It also counts as to his own Purifying Flame, so he shoots 4 times. The unit shoots 20 times. So this is 24 anti-infantry 2+, ignore cover, -1s. It's going to devastate some infantry. But that isn't it, because everybody in the unit can still fire their wrist-mounted storm bolters. So with 10 Purifiers and Castillan Crow, this unit is pumping out 24 AP1. This is an addition to their Stormbolters and the fact that you can give the squad 2 special weapons. My personal choice would be the Incinerator, as it adds an extra 2d6 -1 ignores cover shots. This unit is pumping out a staggering 60 plus 2d6 shots. 24 of them are anti-infantry 2. And a lot of it is ignores cover. You have to watch out for this unit. If you ever see this unit on the battlefield, please be careful. They will devastate your infantry. If the player is particularly smart, like the guy that I just played, he puts a Venerable Dreadnought next to them, and then they reroll 1s to hit and 1s to wound. This makes the 60 plus 2d6 shots that they have absolutely destroy. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I would really like it if you like and subscribe and leave a comment in this video, and also check out some other of my favorite channels that are doing incredible work, and like and subscribe, comment, all the algorithm stuff for them too. Until next time, this is Ian from Hyperspace Hobbies, signing out.